Hello, amazing learners. Welcome to the Barbie series, a world where you are the star. I'm your AI avatar, created by your teacher, Harshada, and I'm here to make your journey extra fun and inspiring. You might think Barbie is just about playing with dolls, but let me tell you, girls can do so much more. Whether you dream of becoming a robotics engineer, a chef, an artist, or anything else, the sky's the limit. You're not just playing, you're dreaming big, and with hard work and creativity, you can become anything you want. Ready to explore and make your dreams come true? Let's go!
Hi everyone, today we are going to learn about Hour of Code. Okay, so Hour of Code is something amazing. It has lots of activities that kids can enjoy. So did you know coding is just like magic? Just like Barbie, it lets you do anything and be anything you want. You can start learning these amazing projects. So these are all free for kids to learn. You can log in with the help of your parents on this website. This is free and you just need an email address that you need to verify. Okay, so this button. So if you click here, you will see all the activities. You can select whichever grade you are in and you will get those activities here. Okay, so select whichever grade you are and you can start doing that. So in this one, now I am doing a Barbie project. So I will write here Barbie and you can get these two projects. So if I if I click on this one, I can start this activity. So this goes to tinker.com. So Tinker is also a special coding website and we can do just like Scratch, we can learn block-based coding in Tinker. So let's get started with so let's play this now. You can select playing this. So here you will see all the activities. Isn't it amazing? What do you want to be? So this is the question I will ask my students. What do you want to be when you grow up? Do you want to become an engineer, musician, astronaut, farmer? You can be anything. So nothing can stop you in this world of learning AI and coding. So yes, some of you are saying you want to be a robotics engineer. So let's get started with the coding part of robotics engineer.
Welcome to the Barbie You Can Be Anything programming experience. I'm so excited! We're going to learn how to program by exploring 6 of the coolest careers ever. Did you know that programming is more than just typing code into a computer?
So you can just click and go ahead. It is giving the instructions. It is even talking to you. So make sure your sound is on. So let's get started.
Programming is a whole way of thinking, and it can be helpful in any career. So, while we discover what it's like to be a robotics engineer, a musician, an astronaut, a farmer, a beekeeper, and a pastry chef, we'll also see how programming can be used to animate characters, compose music, tell stories, design games, and even create art. When you program in Tinker, you use blocks like these to make things happen.
Okay, so these are the blocks just like Scratch. Okay, forever block, play the sound, pay and next costume and repeat.
Each block represents a programming concept. When you connect blocks together, you can make anything happen.
So we will learn how to do all this in the project.
You can make things move. You can make your character say things.
Moo.
You can send them to different places.
Moon.
Amazing, right? It has changed the background to the moon.
And you can change the way they look. So where do we start? With the basics, of course. In Tinker, the background is called the stage, and the objects on the stage are called actors. It sounds like a play, doesn't it? I'm an actor, and so is this robot. To make an actor do something on the stage, such as move or play a sound, you add code blocks to it.
So this is the code blocks and see how they affect on the robot actor.
Isn't that cool? Each lesson in this course teaches new code blocks. So by the time you're done, you're gonna know how to do a lot. You'll get to do puzzles to practice your skills. And do-it-yourself projects, we call them DIYs, well, you'll be free to program anything you want. This is going to be so amazing! Let's get started. Choose a robotics engineer.
Okay, so you can choose whichever Barbie you like. Okay, so these are different styles. All are beautiful, right? So choose whichever Barbie you love. So let me select this one.
Welcome to my robotics lab.
So this is the robotics lab of Barbie.
As a robotics engineer, I get to create robots that can do all kinds of things. Explore space, harvest crops, even perform surgery. In this lesson, we're going to use coding concepts to build and animate robots.
So you can click on these buttons and learn the coding concepts. So first one is costume, second is loops and animations. So we will learn all these three together. So let's click on costumes now.
Each picture of an actor is called a costume.
Okay, so whichever picture is there, that is a costume.
When you change an actor's costume, all you're really doing is swapping one picture of the actor with another picture of the actor. Click the Next Costume command to change the costume on the robot.
Okay, so you can see there is a slight difference.
See? The robot looks like it's moving.
Now let's see what is a loop.
Sometimes you want something to happen over and over again.
Okay, so sometimes you want something to be happening over and over again, just like eating a chocolate, right? So let's see.
One way to do that is to add several code blocks for the same command. For instance, we could add a bunch of Next Costume blocks to make this robot look like it's moving. See? It looks like the robot is doing jumping jacks. But that's a lot of blocks, right?
So whenever we want to repeat something, we don't need to add it again and again. Otherwise, the codes, the blocks will be unlimited, right? So it is not possible. So what do we do for that?
There's a faster way to make something happen again and again. called a loop. You can create a loop that runs a specific number of times with the repeat command.
Okay, so you can repeat it whatever times you want, and then it will be running that many times.
Go ahead, click on the code blocks to see what happens.
Wow.
Did you see that? The robot changed costumes exactly 8 times because the repeat loop was set to 8.
Okay, so it performed the same thing but with the less number of blocks with the help of a repeat loop.
That's called a counting loop. But maybe you want it to keep going. In that case, you can create a loop using the forever command.
Okay, now here you are using a forever loop. Forever loop will keep on using the command and it will run forever.
Click
Now
on this
let's
code
see.
and see how this loop works. Look at that robot go! He's a jumping jack machine.
Wow, so humans will get tired by doing this exercise, but robot can do this exercise forever.
And he'll keep going as long as your program runs because you're using the forever command. That's called an infinite loop.
Okay, so infinite loop is which will never stop working. Now let's see what is animation.
If an actor has more than one costume, you can use the next costume command to change how the actor looks. Click the code block to see how next costume works. See how the robot changes its costume every time you click? If you change an actor's costume many times in a row, you can animate. Click on these code blocks to see what happens next. Oops! As you can see, computers do things really fast.
Okay, computer is doing the animation, but it is so fast.
Sometimes we need to slow things down a little so we can see what's actually happening.
Okay, so it's looking very weird. So what do we do?
The wait command is the key to slowing things down.
So let's add a wait
With
command.
wait, you can pause your program for a specific number of seconds. If you use wait with next costume, you can make an animation slow down. See how these two robots are moving at different speeds?
Okay, so what is the difference? You can clearly see here it is 0.8 seconds and here it is 0.1 seconds. So this is faster and this is slower. Okay. So the smaller the number, it will be the faster, and bigger the number, it will be that much slower because it will wait.
That's because the value for one wait is 0.8 seconds. The value for the other wait is only 0.1 seconds. The bigger number means a longer wait between costumes, which makes the animation go slower. A smaller number means a shorter wait between costumes, so the animation goes faster. Use wait when you want to slow something down, or when you want to pause before the next thing happens. I think it's time for you to animate your own robot. You're going to choose from one of 4 robot designs. Then you're going to animate your robot using repeat, forever, next costume, and wait. you're done, you can publish your work. Your final animated robot will look like one of these.
Okay, so these are different robots that we can animate. So let's select anything from that.
Getting started. In this DIY, you get to animate your own robot. You'll use these coding concepts: changing costumes, loops, weight, animation.
Okay, so this is the Tinker interface that we can use. Okay, so how do we do that? Let's go up. So this is the coding area, this is the stage area, this is the output, and these are the actors. Okay, characters, just like Scratch. And here we will play with the help of this play button. Now, if we click on this, we will close the tutorial and we will get all the blocks. Otherwise, if we want the hint and the tutorial, we will go back to the tutorial. Okay. Now here we will go and click on next. So here in the tutorial, what is the next thing? We have to use the on start button and forever block. Okay, for the robot 1. So you can drag the blocks directly from this tutorial, or we can close the tutorial and we can drag it from here as well. Okay, so we have added that. Now let's go. Now we want to change the costume. Okay, so if we go and click on this gear button, we can see there are different costumes for this particular 19 costumes are there for this robot. Okay, so we will have to use the next costume button. So here there is looks costumes, and in this looks we can go and add this next costume. So here if you can click on this, you can see it is changing the costume. Amazing. Now let's go back to the next one. Now you can add a wait of 0.1 second. So let's add the wait of 0.1 second. Play it. Okay, so you can see it is little slower. You can even click on the full screen. Wow, the robot is animating. Now let's go to the next one. You can press play and animate it. Okay. So we learned 3 different things here. We learned what is a loop, forever loop. Then we changed the costume and then we added a wait. Amazing. Now I am done. Now alternatively I can even copy this and I will paste it here. I will paste it for the second time. So the same code I am using for all the 4 robots now. Wow. Isn't it amazing? We learned how to animate our own robots. So Barbie
was incredible, right? Thanks for joining me on today's adventure in the Barbie series. I hope you had a blast and learned something amazing. But guess what? There's so much more to come, so stay tuned. And remember, the possibilities are endless when you have your teacher's AI avatar helping you along the way. Do you like me? Until next time, keep shining and dreaming big.